The national capital continues to gasp for clean air as the air quality in the NCR remain poor.
A National Affairs Editor Srinjoy Chowdhury caught up with Dr. Bergin, who is at Duke University professor, who researched on the influence of air pollution on climate change and human health. Listen into what he recommends that he has to offer for the people of Delhi and for the people of India.
PM particularly creates this major problem. How do we deal with it?
Well, I think if it was an easy solution, it would have been dealt with already. So I think it's pretty complicated. But I think, on one hand, one thing I see in India, for example, this morning I'm outside and I look out and I see plumes of black smoke rising around town, and I know these are probably from burning things, trash and refuse burning. They could be from local small industries. So, we see these pollution problems that are pretty obvious. I think what's much less obvious is what's coming in to the Delhi region from outside. And of course, I think people in India know pretty well this has a lot to do with crop burning this time of year. So, I think a bigger question is not just what we can do locally. And I think we see some of these emissions. We see the emissions from vehicles, from smoking vehicles. We see the trash and refuse burning emissions. These are visible. We see the local industries. We see the local power plants. So I think in some sense, if we get out, we can see what some of these sources are. And I think so that's one thing. And I think the question is, how do you see a source and how do you, rapidly stop that source from emitting pollution? I think that's the bigger question. What policies could be done, could be implemented to do that? I do feel like people play a role in making awareness of the air pollution problem and of maybe affecting change in the government. There are people now trying to monitor air quality, try to inform the people how bad the air is and inform people about what their health effects are. And one idea is that if the people would get really motivated, that they could put pressure on the government to make change. And in a sense, this is what happened in China. Once people started seeing the data, understanding the health effects, and they put pressure on the government, and the government actually affected change.